My sister and my husband are becoming too close. My husband travels for work to the city where my sister lives, so they often have opportunities to see each other. At first, I thought it was harmless, but over time I started noticing things that made me deeply uncomfortable. They text each other privately about travel plans, shopping, TV shows, and random life updates. The conversations aren't openly romantic, but they're frequent, full of inside jokes, and seem to exist separately from our family group chats. My sister has gone shopping alone with my husband multiple times. She even bought clothes for him because she remembered his size. What bothers me most is that my husband hates shopping with me, yet every time he's in her city, he somehow has no problem spending hours at the mall with her. She also seems unusually interested in his opinion about her appearance. Whenever she buys new clothes, earrings, or dresses, she asks what he thinks. One time, she modeled a dress in front of me, my husband, her husband, and me. Even after her own husband complimented her, she immediately turned to my husband and asked for his opinion instead. She has privately texted him asking when he'll be in town, and even told him when she would be away, almost as if she wanted to coordinate their schedules. When he mentioned he might visit during his birthday week, she became excited and immediately started looking for restaurant reservations. I eventually looked through their text messages. I found nothing explicitly romantic, but there were countless inside jokes, constant conversations, and emotional closeness. They talked about everyday life, family problems, and even her frustrations with her husband. Everything had plausible deniability, yet together it felt wrong. They also spent time alone together without telling me. Once my husband left a work meeting early, and I noticed he was driving toward my sister's neighborhood. I called him several times, but he didn't answer. Later, I found out they had met for coffee, gone shopping together, and only afterward met my brother-in-law for dinner. The texting also increased dramatically whenever my husband traveled to her city. During one shopping trip, he took multiple photos of my sister while she tried on clothes. She had done her hair and makeup, and although the clothes weren't revealing, it felt more like a personal photo shoot than helping someone shop. I later learned from my niece that during another shopping trip, my sister actually encouraged her own son to leave so she and my husband could continue shopping alone. A sales associate even assumed they were husband and wife. My sister corrected the mistake, but apparently laughed about it instead of feeling uncomfortable. Another incident disturbed me even more. My husband stayed overnight at my sister's house while traveling. After her husband left the house, my sister did her hair and makeup, modeled a winter coat, and asked my husband to photograph her. Later that evening, after dressing up for an event with her husband, she sent my husband a photo of herself with no message attached. By this point, I couldn't ignore the pattern anymore. I decided to talk to my sister. I calmly explained that I wasn't upset because they got along, but because their relationship crossed emotional boundaries for me. I told her the private texting, shopping trips, outfit photos, and the way she constantly sought my husband's attention made me uncomfortable. She immediately became defensive. She said, "He's my brother-in-law. We get along." I didn't realize that was a crime. I told her it wasn't about friendship. It was about the way she treated him as an audience for her appearance. She smiled and replied, "Or maybe I'm just comfortable in my body and you're uncomfortable watching someone else be comfortable in hers." When I mentioned the photo she had sent him after trying on the winter coat, she dismissed it, saying it was simply part of their conversation. I finally asked if she would stop privately texting him about clothes, shopping, and appearance. Instead of answering, she accused me of being insecure. She said, "Maybe you should send your husband more pictures. Maybe then you wouldn't worry so much about him looking at mine." Her words hurt more than I expected. I told her I wasn't accusing her of having an affair. I was simply asking her to respect a boundary because the situation made me uncomfortable. She refused. She insisted I was trying to control her because I felt threatened, saying, "If your issue is with your husband looking, then talk to your husband. If your issue is that I look good, that's not my problem." The conversation ended without an apology, without any promise to change, and without any reassurance. Instead of feeling better, I walked away wondering if I was truly overreacting, or if I had just uncovered an emotional relationship that neither of them was willing to admit.